There may still be a buzz around artificial intelligence and what role it may play in marketing, but 2018 was the year that really helped define what AI is. It's not about making humans redundant.
And artificial intelligence is really about algorithms and how we can actually use a lot of data that we collect to enable for humans to make better informed decisions. I don't think it's definitely at all about having computers make decisions on behalf of humans. In a way, I think it's actually machines helping evolve the tasks and not replacing the human roles. And I think the human roles themselves will be evolving as also the technology actually improves. Then it also allows for humans to have more headspace to be thinking about things that actually machines can't do right now.
Well, that's a relief. So what are we still best at?
Machines can't necessarily actually summarize a lot of piece of contextual analysis very well yet to 100%, but also in the sense like humans are still better at making non-linear connection points. For example, being able to say that actually this mathematical equation is super relevant in an agricultural problem. And I think if we don't have the taggings and reference and citations, humans are still better at making those non-linear connection points that machines can't do yet. Humans are still good at questioning, coming up with the questions, and then if you actually pose the right question and you train the data and the algorithms, you might actually get the right answer. However, you still need to have the humans to be thinking about what the questions are and ultimately to get the answers.
Chatbots driven by AI may help consumers feel closer to brands, but the technology has also helped marketers drive campaigns in real time, offering more personalisation and help predict future trends. But what's the future for AI in marketing?
I think the end goal is really thinking about actually using AI as a means to an end, and not just the end. And ultimately, this is a hybrid approach, and various different people are calling it differently. Even MIT professors are calling it a hybrid approach. We're calling it augmented intelligence, where really we need to come up with a good relationship between humans and machines. Marketing is about building relationships between brands and consumers. And now how do we build that relationship digitally? In this digital age, consumers are a lot more tech savvy, but information savvy. They want to know what is the science behind certain things. So even if you're talking about FMCGs and consumer goods, there is what is actually when you're buying a shampoo product right now and it claims 98% hair loss. What is the real science behind that? And how do we actually bring that simplified science to the consumers? It's given that a lot of the consumers are taxpayers who are funding for the science in the first place. So how can they actually educate themselves and make informed decisions based on the products and therefore build a stronger brand relationship?
So how are you using AI and keeping that human involvement you mentioned?
So ultimately what we're trying to do at Sparrho is actually simplify science to build trust in brands. And especially here for marketing departments and brands, it's really allowing them to actually have the evidence-backed science and the facts, because building a very authenticated brand is what is really meaningful these days to consumers. Research said that about 71% of readers reject content that immediately looks like a sales pitch. And there's also research to show that even in companies on the stock market from 2006 to 2016, those that actually are seen as meaningful brands actually perform 206% better than those that don't. So I think that building that relationship, that having that authenticated brand and content is super important in building that relationship between brand and consumers, and we're going even wider, where actually right now we're providing what we call content as a service, which is like CaaS. It's pretty much relevant content on demand, where we then also integrate that into the digital platforms of the brands. We have what we call augmented intelligence, over 60 million pieces of scientific content that is augmented by a network of more than 400,000 monthly active PhDs in 150 countries to then actually curate and summarize what's actually happening in the latest of science.
There are several sectors that could gain from some simplified science, but it's the most sciencey sectors of them all that could benefit the most.
We know that in about 60% of pharmaceuticals, biotechs, and even medtech companies are spending more than $50 million a year just in content, because actually content has been the major driver for a lot of their marketing. And in pharmaceuticals, they're trying to really bring that relationship that they have offline online. And it's at the heart of this digital transformation age that we're going through. Which is really how do we allow to bring that relationship online, but using the right engaging content. And so actually through some of our clients, even in the pharmaceutical fields, we're able to help them actually communicate the science that actually they're really thought leaders at, and bringing them to their audiences. In this case could be doctors or healthcare professionals, and actually educating the healthcare professionals, because even at the HCP, the healthcare professionals level, there's too much information overload. So the doctors, for example, don't have time to know exactly what I should be reading. They also need to be serving patients. And these interesting content, including what we call 3-minute digests, then gets disseminated to the doctors in a particular region, and they're able to stay on top of what's relevant to them, while actually thinking that the brand, the pharmaceutical brand, is providing them meaningful content. And so therefore we drive more engagement and ultimately more sales.
Hi, I'm James Wright, and thanks for watching Marketing Media Money. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thanks for watching.